walked in front. Good morning. Namaste. Today is a day for affirmations and for lots of Buddhas, which I don't even have all of my Buddhas here, but right now I would love to decorate my home with affirmations and Buddhas. The Buddhas are in the other room right now, but if you feel like you need some Buddhas in your life, then decorate your house with some Buddhas today. Maybe set up some sacred mantles. I forget what they're called. Sometimes I forget my words, but altars. Setting up altars around your house. Maybe you can consider cleaning your space, your spaces, maybe over here, like the wall unit, or even setting up the pillows. You can treat them as altars and then set them up, allowing you to feel more peace and more calm in your life right now. So, I wanted to make today a de-stress class because I feel like there's a lot going on in the world right now. Whether you're paying attention or not, the world seems to be spinning really quick right now, with us on it, spinning it. And whilst change and progress is really good, it can be also stressful. You can feel that in your body while you're trying to push the boulder up the hill. So that's why I decided that this class was going to be a de-stress class. It's something that I need, something that you perhaps need too. So just a couple of things, and if you see me looking at my phone, it's only to see if you all are signing on or saying anything, which of course we love it when you say hello and kind of say, hey, I'm here, checking in so that we could say hi to you while we're live rather than just after. So, and I know my good friends are here. Hi, Judy. Hi, Anna. Hi, Marilyn. Love you guys. Miss you. And I miss your beautiful energies and lights coming into my heart physically. So this is a perfect opportunity for me to receive that from you all in our given situation. I want to also give another note about people who are interested in chair yoga. The YMCA is doing chair yoga for free for anyone right now. I'll be teaching that tomorrow, Thursday, at 10 a.m. And I've been teaching it, I think, for 4 weeks now. I think we have 3 more weeks left. But I just found out that it's actually open to anyone. So if you're interested in moving, chair yoga is not just sitting there and trying not to move very little. We do a lot of movement in chair yoga, but we just have kind of the prop of the chair to help us along for certain poses. So don't feel like, oh, this chair yoga is for someone who can't move. It's for everyone. So don't, just wanted to drop that note. If you need some guidance through your yoga practice, tomorrow join me for chair yoga. So, talking about how the mind and the stress and what, what's happening right now in your body, of course, what's happening up here starts to affect the body. I was doing some more review again, some reading again. There is a Yoga Sutra from the Yoga Sutras of Pantanjali. So Pantanjali wrote these sutras, which were things that he wrote for his class, his students. And very important, very sacred in the yoga world is this book. So his second sutra is called Yogas Chitta Vritta Nirodha. Yogas Chitta Vritta Nirodha, which means the restraint of modifications of the mind stuff is yoga, which, if you read this beautiful book, Sri Swami Satchidananda, I'm so bad with pronouncing, I've always been like that, will explain what he means by that. So this is a blue book, the Yoga Sutras of Pantanjali. And I'll just give you a quick summary of that. Basically, what that means is controlling the mind stuff, meaning all of the distractions of the mind, and that take us away from fully being present, and allowing the mind stuff that pops in to actually not tell us how we should be living, give us direction on what we should do next. So any kind of thought, impulse, and then action that distracts us from what our actual goals are for ourselves, for our healing, control over that is yoga. So controlling, so make sure that you're not distracted by if your focus on maybe this is going to be a silly one, but I'm just going to say something that possibly a lot of people can relate to, which is going on a diet, and then you smell cookies, and now you're distracted, and you think to yourself, oh, those are cookies. I'm going to go take a bite of those cookies. Doing yoga will help those thoughts kind of get under control, so that you smell the cookies, but you have control to stay focused on what you want to do if you're on a diet, which I'm not against eating cookies. I say, eat cookies, allow yourself to, don't be mad at yourself if you eat a cookie. But, and then quickly to talk about one of the words in that chittam, it's chitta, but chittam, is the sum of the total mind. So I found this very interesting. It is broken down, it talks about the mind being broken down into two parts, which is one, the desire, two, the knowledge of the desire and what it is, and making assumptions on what it is that you actually want, and then three, the ego, which tells you you can go and get it and you can do what you want. Like, for instance, a lot of things that are going on writing on Facebook these days, right? So somebody writes a post, it makes you feel a certain way. You desire to tell them something or to respond to that. And then you think about everything you would want to say to this person or this post. And then you actually do it. Well, guess what? Afterwards, you might actually regret that. So breaking that down and noticing these three actions that happen like that may actually prevent you from adding more stress into your life too, which is, I read something, I don't like it, I'm going to say something. Now I feel stressed out because that was very stressful to spread negativity. And I know that in our true hearts, we don't want to spread negativity. So that is, that's another thing. That's one of the things, I've been working on lately. And I'm going to write a blog more about this, about the mind stuff. I want to just share with you, and sorry that I just threw the book like that. I want to just share with you some of the stuff that we're going to do today comes from two lessons or an author and a yoga teacher that I'm adding to our practice today. One is from Yoga as Medicine from Timothy McCall. This is a fantastic book, and it talks about yoga as medicine, the science of yoga, yoga for stress relief, which is what we're going to add into our practice today, and also yoga therapy in action. So it has fantastic yoga practices, anxiety, arthritis, asthma, all these beautiful sequences that you can do, and they're not extremely long sequences too, so you can probably carve out 20 to 30 minutes of your day to do any of these. So look that up. I'm sure it's on Kindle too if you don't want to wait for the book to arrive. And I took a course with the lovely Maria Gar. She doesn't really know who I am. We're not like buddies or anything, but I do think she is a beautiful, intelligent soul. And I took a class with her 10 years ago. And she is one of the, I guess you want to call it disciples of Shiva Ray. She is one of the teachers that Shiva Ray, who is a famous Prana flow yoga teacher, has share her teachings. And so we did yoga for the chakras and the subtle body. And I'll just show you that. So I did a 20-hour course on that. And one of the things that we did was learn all about the chakras. And one of the sequences was the Hidra Namaskar, which means heart sequence. Or, no, I said that wrong, which means heart salutation. Okay, so we're going to be doing that today. And now we're going to get started. And I hope those aren't in the way. So obviously some props you might need today. Always have your water around and handy for you in case you need to take a sip to cool down. It's also a really good idea to stay hydrated before the class even starts. So stay hydrated throughout the day, and then you'll have a class where you don't really have to drink too much water either. You're going to have some blocks handy. If you don't have any blocks, use some cardboard boxes, and also perhaps a strap, just for things, these beautiful tools to help you. And I'm sure you can get imaginative if you don't have an actual yoga belt. You can use something else, like a scarf or a belt or anything. It doesn't have to have like a yoga stamp on it. So, and we're going to come to that comfortable seat. You can take a pillow and sit on the pillow and have your sit bones right on the pillow. Or you can take your block and have a seat there. Quickly, I'm just going to take a peek here. Hi, Dean. Hi, Gina. Beautiful. Okay, here I go. Scooching my phone again. You know, there's all kinds of things on the other side of the room that you guys don't see. Okay, so coming to that beautiful seat. I'm going to come to letting the hips relax open and letting the shoulders relax open, sitting up nice and tall. You can have your legs in a cross-legged position, kind of like what I'm doing if you want. You can also have one leg in front of the other. If you're sitting directly on the floor, you can also take that position or cross the legs. Or if you're feeling really flexible today, pretzeling your leg, a lotus pose, which actually, once you're able to do this, feels really comfortable and helps to balance or neutralize the pelvis, and then you start to feel the low back starting to stretch open and lengthen, and feeling some space between the vertebrae, right? So we feel that so that there's not too much compression going on our beautiful vertebral discs. So when that feels comfortable to you, you can go ahead and do that. I'll just stay here. I'll just stay here for a little bit, and I'm going to come out of it because we'll be sitting on the floor for a while. So, coming to your cross-legged position, sitting up nice and tall, close your eyes. And we'll take 3 cleansing breaths here, breathing in through the nose and exhaling out a nice sigh through the mouth. So let that sigh just relieve and release any tension for now. Take an inhale. Beautiful. 2 more of those. Inhale. Nice and full into the belly. One more time. Gorgeous. And now letting your breath come into what's called normal breathing. Just letting the breath flow in and out of your body on its own. And we'll start to observe the breath with the mind's eye. So bringing your attention and awareness to the breath. And where do you see the breath rising and falling? Is it in the belly, the chest? Maybe you see it going in and out through the nostrils. Gently softening the jaw, softening the lines of the forehead, unfurrowing the eyebrow. We'll take a nice inhale, lifting up below belly up towards the heart and the heart up towards the sky. Let those shoulders broaden open a little bit. Beautiful. And exhale, let the shoulders now soften away from the ears as the heart stays lifted. Keeping the heart lifted, start to guide the belly towards the back of the spine, allowing the tailbone to slightly point downward and open up the low back here. Take another inhale. Let the crown of the head reach up towards the sky. Then bringing your attention to your neck muscles, let them release and relax. Beautiful. Inhale, broaden the shoulders open, noticing the shoulder points, allowing them to point out to the sides, creating space between the shoulder blades and the chest. And exhale, soften your hip creases, soften the legs, soften your feet and toes. Beautiful. Taking that nice inhale, fill up the belly with breath. Make your belly big like a balloon. And exhale out through the nose. Beautiful. Now 3 times we're going to make our belly big like a balloon, and then we're going to make that hissing sound through the teeth as if the balloon is letting air out. So taking a big breath and hissing noise, bring the teeth together. Beautiful. Let the back of the neck be nice and long as the crown of the head rises up. Inhale. Into the belly. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale. Into the belly. Crown of the head rises up. Exhale. Gorgeous. Now bring your attention back to your natural breathing. Let the lips gently touch. When we breathe in and out through the nose, it's very good for us because it filters out all of the unwanted things that we don't want into our bodies. So it's better to breathe in and out through the nose than it is in and out through the mouth. Noticing the breath at the nostrils. Beautiful. And take your palms together, rub them together. Make them nice and warm. Take about 10 more seconds to do this. Getting the fingers, the palm, maybe making circles. You can warm up the top part of your palms or your hands. Beautiful. And then gently placing your hands over the eyes. So your fingers are going to be on the top of the forehead. The palms of the hands or the heels of the hands are going to be by the cheeks. And just gently pressing or placing the hands over the eyes here. Take a few breaths here. You can allow your head, while you're sitting up nice and long, tip into your hands and just kind of rest there. Notice your breath here. And now start to, with the eyes closed, Notice the color that it feels like is in between your eyes and the hands. So noticing that color there. Maybe you'll see some movement, almost like a lava lamp going on here. And just observing that without judging it. Beautiful. We'll take an inhale here. We created some beautiful energy in the hands, igniting the first chakra through the hands here, or actually the heart chakra, through the hands. And we're going to breathe that's the heart chakra, into our heart. So take a nice inhale. Exhale. Remember, your hands can heal. So use your hands right now to heal you. Inhaling. Exhale. One more time, breathing it into the eye sockets. And exhale. Gorgeous. Let's float the hands down. Place them on top of the knees here. You can undo the legs here or change position with the legs here if you like. And when you're ready, flutter your eyes open. Gorgeous. And feel free to offer yourself a smile at any time. I often do force myself to smile when I'm, walking throughout the day and not feeling so cheery. In order to get myself to feel cheery, I force myself to smile, and it actually works. It's kind of a trick that you can do for yourself. So, if you'd like, you can switch out the legs, maybe reverse whatever leg is on top or in front, or undo it. Take one leg out, get yourself comfortable for a moment here. We're going to do what's called alternate nasal breathing. And breathing is very important because, obviously, it's important because we wouldn't live if we didn't breathe. But the other thing, breath practice, is which I meant to say, is very important because it helps us invite more oxygen into our lungs and into our bodies. And we need oxygen. We want to send all that beautiful oxygen to all different areas of the body because all of the body needs oxygen in order to function. So that's what we're doing in our yoga practice too, sending our oxygen to different areas of the body. So alternate nasal breathing. There's a couple of mudras or hand gestures or mudras. Yes, they're called mudras. I thought I was confusing a word. Mudras that you can do. So mudra means hand gesture. And one thing you could do is you could take your middle finger to the third eye and take your thumb to the right nostril and take your ring finger to the left nostril. And you could keep actually your pointer finger and your middle finger right on the third eye and just move the fingers back and forth with the breath, okay? Another thing is you could take the pointer finger and the middle finger into that pad of the thumb and let the pinky and ring finger extend. Maybe you take the ring finger right on top of the pinky like that. These are options that you can do. Or I've also seen someone using a thumb and index finger to make it way easier for you. So whichever one you want to try, of course, and you'll just notice what the experience is for yourself too. So we're going to start off taking our right hand. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm saying I solemnly swear to tell the truth. Okay, taking our right hand and getting it ready for whatever position that you want to put it in. And then from here, we're going to take a nice inhale through the nose and exhale out through the nose. So take that nice inhale and exhale out through the nose. Now, remember to bring your focus to bringing the breath into the belly. Inhale and exhale out through the nose. Beautiful. Now we're going to close off the right nostril. Take that inhale through the left nostril. And it's going to be a nice, smooth inhale. And slow, smooth inhale. Taking an inhale. Beautiful. And when you reach the top of that inhale, close off the left nostril. Exhale out through the right nostril. Nice slow exhale. Beautiful. And when you reach the bottom of that, inhale through the right nostril. So staying on the right nostril now, take a nice big inhale. Close off the right nostril and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left nostril. Close off the left nostril, exhale right. Nice slow exhale. Now nice slow inhale. Inhale right. Close off the right nostril, exhale left. Inhale left. Close off the left nostril, exhale right. And now you can keep your eyes fixed on one thing. Inhale right. Close off the right nostril, exhale left. We'll do 2 more rounds of this. Inhale left. Close off the left nostril, exhale right. Inhale right. Close off the right nostril, exhale left. 1 more round. Keep those eyes fixed. Inhale left. Close off the left nostril, exhale right. Inhale right. Close off the right nostril, exhale left. Beautiful. And you can take your pointer finger and thumb together, extend the last 3 fingers, and place them face up on top of the knees as you close your eyes, taking a moment to silently observe how you feel right now. Are there any new sensations in the body? Maybe a feeling of calm, relaxation. It is also recommended to do this every day. You can do this for as long as you want, but you can also do this for 10 to 20 minutes. Of course, checking in with your doctor first. Make sure it's okay for you to do. Noticing your breath here. This is also a great way to start before moving into your meditation. So imagine that you feel right now that you might even be able to do a meditation right now. Gorgeous. Now, from here, take palms together to heart center. We're going to inhale for the sound of Om, inhaling. Beautiful. Thumbs to your third eye, bow in towards yourself. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice today, if not stress relief or just to add on top of stress relief. Beautiful. Flutter your eyes open. Take a nice inhale. Extend the arms up over your head and clasp the hands. Turn the palms out. Reach your hands up to the sky. Beautiful. Take 2 more breaths here. Pressing those palms up, maybe reaching back through the pinkies. And now exhale. Soften the shoulders. Clasp your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders up and back. And reach back through your hands here. Draw your chest open here. Shoulder blades coming together. Remember, this is a great stretch for your shoulders. You can do this every 20 minutes throughout the day, and it will cause you no harm. Of course, doctor approved, no harm. It'll help you open up your chest and open up the pectoral muscles, which can draw the shoulders inward and give you a slouchy posture. So again, lift your crown of your head up as you're doing this, keeping the back of the neck nice and long. Take another inhale. And gorgeous exhale, release the shoulders. Take the hands on top of the knees. We're going to do something we call stirring the pot. So lean forward here from the hips and then start to lean over towards one side, towards the other, moving around towards the back. Stirring the pot here with your hands on top of your knees. Beautiful. And then we'll take it the other way. Stirring the pot, imagining that you're stirring a beautiful stew of happiness and joy and knowledge, but also calm, right? And love. Beautiful. So a lot of ingredients in that stew. If you want, now would be a great time to grab a tissue. Alternate nasal breathing can stir up some stuff. And just checking my phone here for time. All right, got some new glasses. Very happy that I can see you now. Okay, so from here, let's take our palms together at heart center. We're going to take 3 of these. Inhale, extend the arms away from each other on this inhale. And exhale, bring the palms of the hands together. Inhale, let your heart open here. Exhale. Palms together, imagining maybe you're compressing an energy ball and opening it up, making it nice and light and bright. Exhale. Beautiful. Now let's come on to hands and knees for tabletop position. Placing your hands on the floor, spread through the fingers, and have your wrist creases line up with the front of the mats. The knees are going to be underneath the hips here. And now start to gently press the hands into the ground to lift up through your chest, or lift up lift up through your chest. Yeah, beautiful. And from here, your toes can be tucked or pointed. Gently guide the belly towards the back of the spine here. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Crown of the head reaching in one direction, tailbone reaching in the other. Take 3 breaths. Keep pressing the hands into the floor. And you can press the tips of the fingers into. One more breath. Breathe into that belly, into the tailbone. Beautiful. Exhale. Gorgeous. Taking some cat-cow movement. I'm going to guide the hands, just pulling them back. Leave them on the floor where they are, but just pull them back. Stretch the heart open on the inhale. And exhale, press the hands into the ground, round the spine, and keep pressing your hands into the ground to lift up the heart towards the back, lifting up the belly button towards the spine. Inhale, draw the shoulders back, peel your heart open. Exhale, round. Nice long inhale. Nice long exhale. Nice and smooth. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Inhale to center. Take your right foot back behind you. Bring the ball of the foot down to the ground as you reach through that heel, opening up the calf muscles. You have a nice stretch there. This is fantastic if you're finding yourself not wearing shoes lately. For sneakers. Knee to the ground, other side. There's numerous reasons why this is an awesome stretch in your life. So beautiful. Gorgeous. And bring that knee down. We're going to come right into our downward facing dog. So actually keeping your hands where they are. Knees are underneath the hips. Tuck your toes. Press the hands into the ground. Start to draw the belly towards the back of the spine and lift the hips off of the floor, up and back behind you, where the ceiling meets the wall. And start to pedal out through the feet here, letting one heel come down at a time. Some yoga music would be nice here. If you have an Echo, you can say, "Hey Echo, play Krishna Das." So, or any kind of yoga music that you like. I just love Krishna Das. Pedaling out through the feet. Beautiful. And let's come high on the balls of the feet. Press your hands into the ground and send those hips up and back as much as you can. Listen, our bodies are different, so don't expect to be doing what the next person is doing, right? So just listen to your body and move with what your body needs. Maybe you need to even take a child's pose right now, knees to the ground, and take a relax. So just listen to your body here. Take the heels over to the other side if you want to pivot here. And bring back to center, other side. Gorgeous. Back to center, and if you are in a child's pose, start to make your way back into downward facing dog. If you're in downward dog, start to guide your heels down towards the ground. Let your head go, let the back of the neck muscles go. Take some breaths, pressing your hands into the ground to send your hips up and back. Try to send the weight towards the heels. And now we're going to slowly walk the feet to meet the hands at the top of the mat. We're going to come into a beautiful forward fold. So take your time as you get there. We'll take a little flat back. Bring your feet hips distance apart. Inhale to flat back. Lengthen your spine, drawing the chest forward and up. And now exhale, forward folding over the legs. Soften the knees here and grab onto the insides of the elbows. Let the head go. You could shake it out if you like. You can even swing the arms here for a moment, but just trying to let go of the head, neck, shoulders. You can have those knees bent. Take a few breaths here, just resting the upper body over the lower body. Gorgeous. And now from here, take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to release the hands and let everything, all that beautiful stress that we want to get rid of, let it come out through the top of the head. Inhale. Exhale. Gorgeous. Straighten the legs. Inhale. And exhale. Forward fold again. Beautiful. And then from here, start to take the tailbone down and roll the spine up vertebrae by vertebrae, keeping the belly tucking, keeping the chin tucking, rolling up through the spine. Let the shoulders reach up and back behind you. Crown of the head is the last thing to come up. Beautiful. Coming into our mountain pose, feet hips distance apart. Press your feet into the ground. We'll take 3 sun salutations right now. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips, long spine, reach forward into this forward fold here. Nice and easy, nice and slow. Move with the breath. Inhale to flat back. And exhale, hands plant to the ground, step back to plank pose. Pressing your hands into the ground, lift up the heart and reach it forward. Inhale. And exhale, knees to the ground, bend the elbows, lower your belly down to the floor. Elbows hug the side body, and you can even draw the hands back towards the bottom part of the rib cage. Point the tailbone down towards the floor. Inhale, peel the heart up off the floor. Back of the neck is nice and long. Take 3 breaths here. Gorgeous. Now tuck the toes or come onto the balls of the feet, lifting the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take an inhale and exhale out a nice sigh. Gorgeous. Start to walk your feet to the top of the mat. Coming into a nice flat back. Take a beautiful inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, soften the knees, arms reach out and up to reverse swan dive, palms come together. And now exhale, forward folding right away, hinging at the hips here. Hands come to the ground. Inhale to flat back, reach your heart forward. Exhale, hands to the floor, bend the knees, step back, plank pose. Take an inhale here. And exhale, knees to the ground, lower the belly down. Beautiful. This time through one breath. Inhale, peel the heart up off the floor. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a nice inhale. If you'd like to, let out a sigh. Gorgeous. Inhale, look to the top of the mat and walk the feet to meet the hands, flat back, lifting up your heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach out and up overhead, palms come together. And exhale, forward fold one more time over the legs here. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, hands to the floor, step both feet back to plank pose. Take a nice inhale, in plank, reaching through the heels, sending your heart forward. Exhale, knees to the ground, lower down. Point the toes. This time, take your hands back behind you, reaching back towards the toes here. And we're going to peel the heart up off the floor. Tailbone reaching down, lift the feet up. Locust pose. Make sure the back of your neck is nice and long. Take 3 breaths here. Gorgeous. Take your hands underneath your shoulders and lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. If you like, take a nice sigh on the exhale, inhaling. Gorgeous. Walk your feet to meet the hands in a nice forward fold. Inhale to flat back and exhale, fold over the legs. Grab onto the insides of the elbows again. Take your feet hips distance apart and ragdoll here for a moment. Beautiful. From here, soften the knees. Inhale, arms reach out and up overhead. Palms come together. Exhale, prayer right down through center line. Gorgeous. And then shake off the shoulders there for a second. Beautiful. We're going to come to a little side stretch here. So standing up nice and tall, doesn't matter where you are right now. You can be in the middle of your mat. I'm going to take an inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, grab onto the right wrist here. I'm going to mirror you right now. So grab onto the right wrist with the left hand. Beautiful. Take a nice inhale, lengthen your spine up, and then exhale over to the left side. You can take that right foot back behind you to get a little bit more space between the hips and the low ribs here. Take a few breaths here. You might want to look down to the ground. You might want to look up to the sky. Stretching out the left side body or the right side body. Breathe into the right side rib cage. Beautiful. Inhale, come up and stand. Take the hands down for a moment. Roll the shoulders back. Let's clasp them together. Roll them back. Let the chest press through. Gaze at one point. A few breaths. Gorgeous. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Grab onto the opposite wrist. It may be grabbing onto your left wrist. Inhale, lengthen up and over. Maybe taking the left foot back behind you. Ending the front knee. Breathe into the left side body, the left rib cage. Filling up that space there. Filling up with oxygen. Beautiful. Inhale all the way up to stand. Take your arms down. Roll the shoulders up and back, and then clasp them behind your back again. Take a nice inhale to a long spine. With our arms like this, we're going to take a nice little journey to the front of the mat, keeping your hands clasped, and have your feet hips distance apart. Are we going to start the heart salutation, which is a healing heart salutation by Shiva Ray. Beautiful. Start to take your tailbone down towards the floor. Lift up your spine. Take your hands and pointing the fingers up or down, take them to the low back. So where the top of the hips meet the low back here. Start to draw your shoulders back. Tailbone reaching down. Take an inhale. Lift up your heart. Exhale. Glide your hands down the backs of your legs for a nice forward fold. This is going to massage the backs of the legs. You remember, the hands are healing. Beautiful. Coming to that forward fold. Inhale. Take your hands out in front of you on the floor. Of course, I didn't mention before that you can also use blocks to do this. And we're going to take a nice big leg lift. Inhale. Lift that left leg up to the sky. Beautiful. And then bend through the right knee as you send the left foot back behind you. Take your hands onto blocks or onto the floor and take the knee all the way down to the ground. Start to squeeze your thighs in towards the midline of your body and press through your front foot. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. So notice how the hips, I want you to have your hips moving forward when we come into this next pose here. Anjaneyasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, have the hips moving forward, which means the tailbone almost scooping under, the pubic bone reaching up, yes, the low belly lifting up towards the heart. So coming into that, and let's move out of this a couple of times here, just to warm up that left hip. You can use hands on hips or hands on blocks, maybe fingertips on blocks. Beautiful. Moving with the breath. Beautiful. And let's sink those hips down. Still guiding the tailbone down towards the floor. Inhale, lift your left hand up towards the sky, and then cross over to your right side. And then let that energy of the hands pass the heart here. So as if your hands have just working on healing or giving medicine to the heart. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the left hand up and send it across to the other side, letting that pass over the heart. Inhale, left arm reaches up and back. And exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, both knees meeting one another. Take a nice inhale. And exhale, walk your hands forward into puppy pose. Let your forehead come to the ground. Beautiful. From here, we're going to take the forearms to the floor, come onto the belly, and move into Sphinx Pose. Lifting up your heart, tailbone reaching down. Exhale, lower. Take your hands underneath the shoulders here. Tuck your toes and bring yourself up and back to downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale, a nice exhale. Gorgeous. And again, inhale, lift that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, pull the knee into the belly and send it forward to the left hand. Take that right knee down to the ground. And when you're ready, we're going to rise up, push up through that left leg here. Squeeze your thighs together. And take a couple of rounds of softening in the front hip here, introducing that information of opening up to the fascia, into the muscles, into the cells of the body. Use your breath. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to soften. Keep that tailbone reaching down. Protect your low back. Beautiful. One more time here. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. And then exhale, hands to the hips. Gorgeous. Inhale, right arm reaches up and across. Take it over the heart. Give yourself some beautiful healing medicine here. Inhale, left arm reaches up and over. Exhale. Inhale, right arm reaches up and back. Gorgeous. Exhale. Hands to the floor, framing the front foot. Start to send your weight onto that front foot. And you might need to hop that back foot in a little bit, or just send all your weight onto the front foot. Let the right leg reach up to the sky. Exhale, take both feet to the ground. Inhale to flat back. And exhale, fold over the legs. Soften your knees. Inhale, arms reach out and up overhead. Palms come together. Exhale, prayer down the center line. Now, if that seemed challenging or intimidating, it shouldn't, because what you're going to do is what you can do. You're not going to try to do this specific thing, because it's all about intention. If it feels too challenging to you, just have the intention there to heal your heart and to feel good in your body. So don't worry about what it looks like. It's not supposed to be some fancy dance. It's supposed to be healing your heart and feeling good, okay? So starting from mountain pose, we're going to this time send the right leg back. So not just yet. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. And now exhale, take the palms either face up or face down, which I did opposite there. So you can have them face up or face down. Start to draw the shoulders back. Tailbone reaches down. Inhale, lift up your heart. And exhale, fold over the legs, hinge at your hips, reaching your heart forward. Start to take your hands down the back of the legs into this beautiful forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the ground. Lift the right leg up to the sky. And exhale, step it all the way back behind you. Place the knee onto the floor. You can walk your hands on top of the front knee to lift up. So come straight up, put your hands on your hips here. Take an inhale, and then exhale. Soften the hips forward. Squeeze your thighs together. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, take them back down to the hips. Starting off on the right-hand side, inhale, right arm reaches up and over. You can even lean a little bit over to the left side. Bring it across the heart. Inhale, left arm up and over, healing your heart. Inhale, the right arm reaches up and back. And exhale, hands to the ground. Step both knees back to meet each other. Take an inhale, peel your heart open here, and then exhale, walk the hands forward to puppy pose. Forehead can come to the ground or chin. Take a few breaths. Gorgeous. And letting the elbows come to the ground. Guide your belly onto the floor, coming into Sphinx Pose. Tailbone reaches down. Use the hands here. Pull them back to lift up your heart. Take an inhale. Beautiful. And exhale. Tuck your toes. Come onto the knees. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take 3 breaths here. Start to think about the top part of your arms and turning them outward so that we're creating space in the shoulder blades. Try it out. See how it feels. Beautiful. Inhale, right leg reaches up to the sky. Exhale, pull the right knee into the belly and send the right foot to the top of the mat. Take that left knee down to the ground. Journey your way up into Anjaneyasana. Back toe can be tucked or pointed. Of course, untucked is if your knee hurts, but you can also put a blanket there. Beautiful. So taking your hands to your hips, guiding the pelvis to a neutral as you soften the hips forward. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Beautiful. And exhale, hands to the hips again. Inhale, left arm reaches up and across and over. Exhale, right across your heart. Heal your beautiful heart. Inhale. Right arm reaches up and over. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale, soften those hips forward. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step both knees back behind you this time. Coming into puppy pose. Forehead to the ground. Inhale, come onto the belly. Sphinx pose. Exhale, hands to the underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Gorgeous. Inhale, right leg reaches up to the sky. Beautiful. And exhale, send that right foot forward. Inhale, left leg reaches up to the sky. And coming into the forward fold. Hang your head, melting it over the shoulders. Soften and release downward. Now soften your knees. Inhale, arms reach out and up overhead. Palms come together. Exhale, prayer right down to the heart center. Gorgeous. So there is definitely no limit to how you can do that practice. We're going to do it now a little bit more fast paced. I'm sure there's a limit when your body says you're tired, right? We're going to do it one more time on both sides. Just because I want you to kind of get out of your head and just do the movement, okay? So from here, take your feet hips distance apart. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands come to the low back. Whichever way you want. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips. Take your hands down the backs of the legs. Heel the backs of your legs. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, soften the knees, hands to the ground. Step the left leg up into the air and send it back behind you. Take that knee down to the floor. Press up the right foot. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands to hips. Press through that right big toe. Inhale, left arm reaches up and across the heart. Inhale, right arm reaches up, across the heart. Inhale, left arm reaches up and back. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step both knees back. Walk your hands forward to puppy pose. Inhale forward to Sphinx pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, left leg reaches up to the sky. Exhale, pull the knee into the belly, send that foot forward. Right knee comes to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, take the hands to the hips. Inhale, right arm reaches up, across the heart. Inhale. Exhale, across the heart. Inhale, right arm reaches up and back. And exhale, hands to the ground. Send weight into that front foot. Right leg reaches up to the sky. Exhale, take both feet together. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, soften your knees. Inhale, arms reach out and up, overhead. Exhale, palms come to the low back. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, peel your heart open. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Forward fold, slide those hands down the backs of the legs. Inhale, right leg reaches high up to the sky. Exhale, send that foot back behind your right knee comes down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, right arm reaches up, across on the exhale. Inhale, up, and across on the exhale. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step both knees back to the floor, coming into your beautiful puppy. Inhale forward into your Sphinx. And exhale, hands under the shoulders, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, right leg reaches up. Exhale, pull that knee forward to the top of the mat. Left knee comes down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, send it across. Inhale, right hand. Exhale. Inhale, left arm. Exhale, hands to the floor, frame the front foot, send all the weight there and lift that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, take the foot down. Inhale to flat back and exhale, fold. Soften your knees. Inhale, arms reach out and up overhead. Palms come together. Exhale, take the journey down, thumbs to third eye. Take your eyes to close here for a moment. This also helps me if I feel a little bit dizzy from coming up. And then take the thumbs to the heart center. Beautiful. You can take a sip of water right now. And we're coming towards the end of our class, even though I have 500 more things that I want to share with you today. So let's take when you get a chance, a nice wide-legged forward fold. Taking your feet nice and wide away from each other. Take the tailbone down towards the floor, lifting your belly button up towards the heart. You can place some blocks on the floor, and I'll just show you a modification. Placing the blocks onto the floor. Beautiful. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Take that tailbone down, pull the belly to the back of the spine. Exhale, hands to the blocks, whatever height you want, letting them stay underneath the shoulders. Or you could take the blocks out of the way, coming into this forward fold. Hinge at your hips. So let's first take a moment here to situate. Check that your feet are parallel to one another, lined up with the edges of your mat perhaps. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen your spine nice and long. And we're hinging at the hips here, not rounding in the back. So hinging at the hips, inhale, long spine, and exhale, hinge at your hips. Let your head float down towards the ground, or hang down towards the ground, rather. Take a few breaths here. Notice your positioning of your weight. Do you have more weight coming into the heels? Maybe you can distribute the weight evenly in the front part of the heel and the front part, or the ball of the foot here, and the ball of the foot. So see if you can balance that weight, maybe dropping some more weight into the toes and the balls of the foot. If your knees are hyperextending, bend them a little bit. If your legs feel pretty tight, bend them even more. Take a few breaths here. Let your upper body hang forward. Another option, if you have blocks, is that you can take your forehead onto your blocks. And this is also another way to help reduce stress. It's almost like doing a headstand. You can walk your hands back behind the legs, behind the feet. Gorgeous. And then taking your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to walk our hands forward. We could use blocks with this too. Walk our hands forward into a nice downward facing dog. Wide-legged downward facing dog here. So, this is one of my favorite poses here. They really feel a beautiful opening in my latissimus dorsi, the lats. So I really feel that beautiful opening there. It's a great, safe way to do a heart opening. You're not applying pressure onto the arms. Letting your head go. Beautiful. And start to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Heel, toe your feet together. And take a little squat here. Come on down to the floor. I would like to bring us into Pigeon Pose now. So that means that I'm going to definitely run over time, because Pigeon Pose, you could stay in that pose for a while. So options for Pigeon Pose. I'm going to start with the least harmful or harmful, that's like the worst word to use. Least challenging pose. Not even challenging. Get all those words out. So if you're having hip problems or knee problems, that's what I'm working with here. So you're starting with, if you have any knee problems, or I can't think of words all the time, so I'm sorry. Come onto your back. We're going to modify in a supine pigeon pose. Take your right knee over your left leg, grab onto the back of the thigh, and pull that leg closer. So this is a beautiful way to open up in the glutes, the IT band, which is that iliotibial tract that happens on the side of the leg there. Beautiful. And you can stay here and relax, close your eyes, and breathe. Another option for Pigeon Pose is you're going to come onto the knees, send the right knee forward towards the right hand. As you can see, I'm on my hands and knees, and now sending that right knee forward. Now, if this feels like, if you're going to come into the regular pigeon, and that feels like too much on the hips or on the knees, you can take that back knee out to the side a little bit here, and just kind of lay there. Walk your hands over towards the bent leg. You can come into this pose, and just relax and chill and breathe into your hips. And this is the final option for pigeon here right now. I'm sure if you know any other, I have another option. I'll just teach that one too. So the final option is taking that right knee forward. And of course, this foot can tuck in as much as feels comfortable. If you're pretty open in your hips, you can start to straighten that leg, start to work on that. Sometimes you want to work on that, but your hips are tight. You can put a block underneath your hip there. Okay, so that's another option. And then taking your hands onto the floor. Personally, I think it's actually best to try this one out first to see if it works for you. and then try the other one. So taking some breaths here. So if you're in your pigeon, stay there. If you need one last option, come to sitting up, foot into the thigh, take a nice inhale, and walk your hands forward for Janu Shirsasana. So those are the options. I'm going to stay here for a little bit longer, listening to your breath. You can send your breath into your hips. And remember what you're doing, because I'm going to ask you to do the same thing on the other side. Resting your shoulders, softening your heart. And we're going to take 5 more breaths here. And when you're ready, start to come out of your position. Switch to the other side. One way to switch out from the regular pigeon is to take one leg forward and then switch that leg back. You can also do this in that second option and just come from there. So the main focus here is releasing the hips, right? So releasing the glute. Releasing the IT band. We don't want to feel too much pressure on the knee at all. You can get away with no pressure on the knee. That's what you want. As long as you feel that beautiful hip opening, you got the right pose for you. Staying here and listening to your breath. Release on every exhale, allowing yourself to go deeper into the pose. Allowing yourself to make new discoveries. Maybe you can ask parts of your body to relax, noticing where the tension wants to be held right now. We'll take 5 more breaths. Beautiful. And now you can do this whole transition with your eyes closed. We're going to move into Shavasana. So maybe you're sitting in pigeon, you have your eyes closed, and you rise up. Take your legs forward, and just roll all the way onto your back, wherever you are. Laying on your mat. You can, if the low back feels a little tweaky right now, you need to tweak it a little bit. You can bring your knees up, feet on the floor, and bring your knees together, feet to the edges of your mat. You can place your hands on your belly if you like to, if you're there. Or you can turn the palms up here, whichever one feels good. And other option, of course, is taking the feet down and taking the legs to the edges of the mat, creating space between the hands and the body here. Start to draw your shoulders in a little bit, and then exhale, soften back down your heart. And this is a little bit of meditation or Shavasana that I learned from Rosie Acosta, who does a beautiful yoga nidra practice. So I'm just kind of pulled some stuff from there. Start to notice your breath. Rising and falling in the belly. And start to relax the muscles of the face, relaxing the eyebrows, the forehead, the chin, letting the jaw unlock. Letting your whole body release into the fur. Letting your upper body release into the back body. And the back body releasing into the floor. Let your whole body relax. Let your bones relax, your muscles relax, your organs relax. And I'm going to go through the body. And I don't want you to do anything, just bring your attention and awareness to that area. So bringing your attention and awareness to your right foot. You don't have to do anything here, just attention and awareness there. Your attention and awareness to your right foot, your right ankle, your right knee, right hip, right shoulder, right elbow, right wrist, right hand. Your left foot, left ankle, left knee, left hip, left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, left hand. Soften your belly. Soften your heart space. Soften the muscles of your face. And bring your attention and your awareness to your right thumb, right pointer finger, right middle finger, right ring finger, right pinky finger, your left thumb, left pointer finger, left middle finger, left ring finger, left pinky finger. Both feet, both knees, both hips, both shoulders. Soften your heart space and soften your belly. Soften your whole body. Imagine a golden light shining over your whole body. Now watch that light go into your body from the top of your head all the way down the middle of your body into the limbs, into your fingers and toes. And imagine that golden light shining out through your fingertips and through your toes, through the palms of your hands and the bottom of your feet. And watch as that radiant light, that golden light, starts to emanate out of your whole body, shining around you as a means of radiant love and protection. And if you'd like, you can imagine that light emanating out of you the whole day. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Make your way over to your right side body, coming into the fetal position. Rest here for a moment, pausing. And then taking your left hand into the ground to bring it to seated. You can have your eyes open or closed here as you come to a cross-legged position. Now take your palms together at heart center. Notice how you feel. Say a little intention that you want for yourself right now, for the rest of your day or the week or the year. And then create an intention that you want for the world. Beautiful. And let's seal our practice with the sound of Om, taking a nice inhale. Give yourself a little smile here. To remind yourself, you can always make yourself smile anytime you want. Take your thumbs to your third eye. Namaste. Thank you for healing with me today. Beautiful. You can open up your eyes. And thank you for joining me today. I'll just check really quick if anybody's here, wants to say hello. If not, I hope that you're having a good day. I always feel like super chill after this class. So I don't know if any of the comments are going to be seen by me before this is done. Oh, Judy, if you're still there, namaste. You are my de-stress, honey. So beautiful, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. And please feel free to use this practice anytime you need to. Use some of the sequences that we did today anytime you need to. I would hope that you can throw this in your toolbox and have it for yourself, to heal your heart and to feel good in your body and to feel connected to yourself and your true spirit, your true nature. And also connect yourself with the universe, the universal light, with the individual light. And so now it's time to go and eat cookies if you want. Thank you for joining me today. And please subscribe to beintheworldyoga.com. It really helps us to provide more content for you, useful content, and I look forward to hearing from you. And if anything new comes up, which we're doing all the time, I will let you know. And you also get personal messages from me too. So beintheworldyoga.com. I'm Christina. Namaste. So here's the funny thing. Usually my husband comes up and shuts off the phone, so it looks really cool. But now I'm going to have to do it because he's not here right now. So, namaste.